Hello and welcome. It's another sofa chat. Yay. This one is definitely just going straight up. I don't think at this time of night I can really do anything with regards to, putting on all the usual stuff. Um, it's been a pretty long day. It's been a pretty good day for a Sunday. We all got up and went out quite early on, went for a nice long walk, went to a bakery, bought some rye bread and a sort of like desserty cake thing. Oh, it's really hard to describe. It's called an Americana. Americana. Um, which is if you'll pardon my terrible pronunciation of it in German, it's basically like sort of like a pancake. It's about the same sort of thickness. It's like a really thick pancake, but it's like an actual cake, like a sponge cake, and it's got icing on it. Just plain white icing and some chocolate as well, chocolate icing, and that basically made up like our lunch. I had a couple of slices of bread with some pasta. Like I boiled up some whole wheat pasta. I had it with the last of my carbonara experiment that I made. That was pretty good. It doesn't reheat massively well. I think I could have done with having, if anything, a little bit more sauce. So there's that. Like now I know for next time I should probably like make just like a big batch of pasta, mix it all in with all of the sauce, and then sort of divide it at that point rather than keeping the sauce separate. Had a little bit of the cake to like finish it off, along with some of my ice cream that I made, which actually is really good. Because I don't have a high speed blender, because I'm just making do with like the stick blender that does have a turbo button, but it's a stick blender. It did still have quite a banana-y sort of taste, along with the chocolate, because I had the chocolate hazelnut one, the one that I put actual chocolate chunks in and the hazelnuts, rather than the one with rum in. I figure that's an experiment for another day, It was pretty good. I don't actually mind it having banana flavour at all, because I really don't eat ice cream that often. If I have something that's like, quite a nice flavour and it works roughly the same as ice cream, I'm happy. That satisfies me just fine. And this did. It really did. I did eat slightly more of it than I was planning, but it is just bananas. So that was pretty good. That was a nice little lunch and a little dessert afterwards, just to round off like walking all morning. And Saguta basically said like, look, we haven't ordered in for a very long time. Let's order something in. So I said, right, okay, no, that's fair enough. Like you want you want something just to break up the monotony a little bit, something where you don't have to cook. I'm okay with that. So we ordered in from a sushi place, Vietnamese and sushi place. I got some sushi. I also got some spring rolls because why not? Like they're not bad in all honesty. Like yes, they are little fried pastry things, but they're not greasy or oily or anything, which is quite good. It's a place that we've been to a couple of times now, and the rest of everything that I had was like actual sushi with like cucumber, and I had some tofu nigiri, some inari nigiri, and that all again pretty good. The sauce from there, like the little sweet chili sauce that it came with, oh, that was incredible. And I'm about to go, after I finish recording this, while it's uploading, I'm going to go and make myself a peanut butter sandwich using some of the rye bread that we got earlier. Yeah, like things are going just fine. My weight is down. I've managed to lose roughly a pound a day, roughly. I know it's only been like a week or so, and it's probably just my body like getting used to being hopefully plant based again. Like getting rid of meat and rubbish out of my diet. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this steady, but it's not really working very well. Yeah, like just getting rubbish out my system, drinking water a lot more. Like starting out on a diet like this, I noticed this last time. When you first start out, because it's such a wild change to your standard diet, or what in my case you allow yourself to like slide back on, you do see pretty good results right at the beginning. Those obviously slow down over time as you get used to stuff, as your body like hits its actual level of weight, as opposed to just carrying more water weight, as opposed to like inflammation and that sort of thing. There's many factors that alter it and mess around with it. So I don't know. It's encouraging, but it's not the be all end all. What I have noticed is my wedding ring is still pretty loose. It's not really gotten too tight. It did tighten up a little bit over the last month or so. It's now loose again. So I think for the most part, what's happened is I've just sort of put on weight around my midriff again, as opposed to like the extraneous parts of me. Probably a little bit here as well, which isn't great. I am going to shave properly as well. Mostly because over here, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little bit here where like it I didn't quite catch it properly when I was using the hair clippers, and I've ended up with like about half a millimeter longer chunk than the rest of it, which isn't great. And this bit here as well, this looks awful currently, and it like the little hairs here keep tickling my nose and stuff. It's not great. I know this is a very much a man problem, but like never mind. So, what is going on? Well, it's a Sunday. It's about 11:30. I'm gonna go and make this sandwich, and then I'm gonna go to bed after I've eaten it and had a little bit more water. I did have my water, as you can see in the cup there, but Dexter drank from it earlier. And no sooner had I chased Dexter off of it and sort of went, oh, typical, than Batman came up and started drinking from it. So, there's that. Oh, dearie me. Right. That's a fairly good check-in. I will see you all tomorrow. I'll do a proper video. I've made a nice bit of headway with the recipe videos. I'm hoping to have a couple of them up and running within the next week. A thing that got pointed out to me is Saturday, April 11th, so next week, yeah, Saturday that's coming up. Brittany Giroudi is doing I think a Google Hangout potluck. Now I was a little bit confused about it, but apparently what it is you sort of like you cook something and then you go and you hang out. I think what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna put my efforts into getting the shakshuka recipe up first. Hopefully either tomorrow or Tuesday, and then I'll be able to make that again either on Saturday or on Friday night or something like that, and then I can have that with me. And if anyone wants to make it, if you can get the ingredients and that sort of thing, you can have my shakshuka as well. So I'll try and keep it simple, that sort of thing. See if I can find a better way of doing the eggplant than what I tried, because it worked fine up until the last second where I splashed a little bit of water on it, and it didn't really work out too great. So I'll see what I can do with that, see if I can come up with something better. But yes, there we go. So that's the plan. Hopefully, as I say, I'll get this recipe up within the next day or two. It's very, very quick, very, very simple. The beetroot bake is a little bit more involved, so that'll probably come later on in the week. And then the Mary's Mini Guide, the visual guide, I am still working on. I just need to get specific groceries in order to take better pictures of. I would just go to a store and take pictures there, but like, messing around with like trying to do filming and take photographs and stuff in the middle of a supermarket, in the middle of all the stuff that's going on. Yeah, I can just do that in the house, Right. I'm going to go. I'm going to have this sandwich. And I will see you tomorrow. Cool. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay home, stay safe, all that usual stuff. And yeah, see you later. Bye bye.